It was a very special weekend. To win any race at Keenelandd is special, of course, but to win a Grade 1 on a Friday with a 2-year-old filly, with the prestige of a race like the Darley Alcibiades, and then to come back 24 hours later and win the Claiborne Breeders Futurity with Locked was extremely important, very meaningful, special for our partners who put their faith in the Eclipse program. And it was a very bold and ambitious statement that we made when we formed this stable 12 years ago, but we really wanted to etch our name in the history books and to become the first owner in history to win both 2-year-old Grade 1s in the same year at Keenelandd. Was very, very special for everybody associated with it.
Well, there's one way to top it. this Friday at Santa Anita. I mean, just how do you feel about these horses going into the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and Juvenile Fillies?
It's a long month between the prep races and the Breeders' Cup championship races themselves. So it's Monday. Races are on Friday. It still feels like an eternity away, but I'm glad that they both arrived here safe. This is the pinnacle. This is our championship event, and to be represented by 2 Grade 1 winning 2-year-olds in their respective divisions with legitimate shots to not just make some noise in each race, but potentially win them. I don't want to get too far out ahead of ourselves, but we have a moniker at Eclipse that we try to permeate throughout our partner base, which is Believe Big, and this is the ultimate Believe Big week. With 2 horses like them coming into the championship races, we're certainly believing big.
Good 2-year-olds is they turn 3. Do you have a saying, believe biggest?
Well, we do buy our horses typically with the hope or intention that they'll get better with age, and we develop them accordingly as individuals. We don't really look for precocious types in particular. We try to find horses that'll stretch out and be candidates for the classics, and both being either by Candied or, in Locke's case, he's a son of Gunrunner who's a son of Candied, so it's his grandfather. You would think that distance and age would suit them well. So the fact that they're both Grade 1 winners and coming into Breeders' Cup juvenile races as 2-year-olds is sort of a bonus for us, because we've always looked at both Candied and Locked as long-term developing prospects. So we're not getting too far out ahead of ourselves. This is a really important week, as you well know. There's championship implications, and it's just an honor to be here, being represented by 2 Todd Pletcher runners, both beautifully bred, both Grade 1 winners. Just really happy for our partners, like I said, that put their faith in their hard-earned dollars into the Eclipse program, because without our partners supporting our program, there is no opportunity to go and buy a Candied or a Locked and be represented at the Breeders' Cup. I understand how important it is, but at the same time, trying to keep perspective on the fact that there's a lot going on in the world right now that's a whole lot more important than horse racing. So while we take this very seriously, and it means so much to us to not just be represented but to win these races, what kind of keeps you grounded is knowing that there's some horrific atrocities happening in Israel right now and throughout the world. So trying to keep perspective on that and stand in solidarity with those affected by just some really awful hate crimes and terrorist activity that's happened over there.